morning, Westeros.
And welcome to our Morning Throners podcast.
I'm Nelson.
And I'm Jeff.
And we are your Morning Throners.
And welcome back to another episode of your favorite Song of Ice and Fire podcast. We are your Morning Throners, and we got episode 3 of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms on deck. Nels, how we doing?
Pretty good. I like this episode. I think maybe my favorite one so far.
That's an interesting take.
The ending was jarring. The music and editing choice, I feel like, was weird for the ending at the very end with like the big reveal. We got into like what was that, like opera music or something? But
yeah, I mean, I thought it played well. It didn't strike me as anything, so I thought it played up the moment. Interesting that it's your favorite episode so far, because I feel like it's the least book-oriented episode.
There's one part that I don't really like the part with Plumber. Like the side plot with Plumber, I'm not a huge fan of, but besides that,
I also don't remember how much of this is book page for page or not.
I feel like a lot of it's new. Maybe that's why I like it, because it's new, but it feels like the right vibe again.
Okay,
so
I was curious of how you would like even the beginning, like egg training. Thunder.
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. So I think it played on. That must have been him being nervous in the last one.
Yeah. I mean, it was him like just even being able to pass off the lance, right? But
yeah,
I liked it too. They're kind of playing it off that he's so much better than Dunk, which he probably is, right?
What do you mean
but
better?
Like better trained, like he knows how to train Thunder better than.
I don't know. Dunk taught him how to sew patches in pants or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, there's a difference, right? There's riding the horse in for a lance, for a joust, or sewing. Right, like that's two different skills. I think Dunk
should have just been out there with Egg practicing. Like he should have been on Thunder practicing too.
Yes, it wouldn't work well if Egg the Squire, who he doesn't know is of noble birth yet, is training the knight. That would look awful.
Yeah. Also, I guess we should say the way we do this is we no spoilers in the first part, but what Jeff just said isn't a spoiler anymore because it got revealed at the end of this episode. So yeah, Egg is Arian's brother. But, so then we'll go into a section later on where we will potentially mention spoilers for the second half of the season. So, yeah, we're still in the non-spoiler section. We'll let you guys know when we go into the spoiler part.
I thought it was a pretty good episode, though. Definitely, they made some choices of, like, why people were where they were. There's some things that I like they're really playing up, like Sir Lionel being just, like, a party animal.
I don't even know if I remember Sir Lionel in this episode at all.
Is that the Laughing Storm?
Uh-huh.
He's like drunk, and they're in a tent for a little bit, and they're singing about Alice, right? Like,
oh, he's singing this part. He's one of the ones singing the song. Yeah. Okay, he is part of this Alice part.
He's just always drunk, which I don't think that's like the aura that they were trying to create, or like the history would tell you that he's just a party animal, but maybe.
No. I mean, he does seem like a big personality, but not necessarily like a partier or just like a drinker all the time.
But that's like all he's done is like he's just been drunk every episode.
I guess even in the tug of war, he's drunk.
Like last episode was the tug of war.
Yeah, and he like goes and gets a drink in the middle of it. So yeah, I guess you're right. So. I did like the Alice thing. I mean, I'm sure it was probably a little bit too crass for a lot of people, but I like how it was like very crass, funny with like the way Dunk and Egg were talking about it, and it kind of had like a parallel to like. And like Egg has to kind of spell it out, but like I wouldn't have thought that on my own. But there you go.
Yeah,
I'm sure that'll be too much for people. Same thing with like the horse scene, like Arian and the horse. That's gonna be a little too graphic for a lot of like.
You think?
I think so. Maybe not a lot, but some people are gonna be like, they do have it just laying there. Like I don't even know how they did that. Like is that all CGI? Yeah, like it's laying there thrashing and yelling for a while.
I was wondering the same thing. Is like,
yikes!
Do they train this horse to do, like play dead,
and then just CGI the spike into it?
That had to be CGI'd. But I mean, that was I didn't think it was too graphic. It's always bad when it's the horse, right? Like you always feel for the horse. I feel like we talked about that maybe even like reading the books. Like the horses always get the worst of it.
And I like another thing that I'm not saying it's not in the books, but I think they're doing it really good of showing it in the show is like people do not like Arion. It's like it's not just like Egg. Like
like the mob took over.
They stormed the field. Yeah. After that, and then even this puppet show thing probably isn't gonna win him any friends.
Right.
Seems like a lot of people are liking these puppet shows.
I'll say just because we had talked about the first two, how my wife's not watching it, and she's usually our non-book point of view. My mother is watching it and has no clue. Like she would only, I don't even know if she ever finished. She probably did. She loves TV. But she's like, oh yeah, we didn't get too deep into it. She likes it, but she had to watch or like look up a whole family tree. And I'm like,
she made a video.
Should have watched the Morning Thorners family, but I didn't know she was really watching
That's what I was going to say. If anybody who's listening to this hasn't watched that video, definitely go watch it after this one. It's an important part.
She doesn't even know it, but she like saw the whole family tree of it all, so she kind of gets spoiled.
Yeah.
She spoiled herself, but it seems like the show doesn't seem to mind. You know, I won't say anymore.
We can talk more about. I think I know what you're talking about. We can talk about that in the spoiler section. Yeah, the show does some things that I probably wouldn't be doing at least at this point in the story. But yeah, I like some of the Blackfire stuff. I gotta think if there's more than one, but there's a part where Egg's singing like
it's in the beginning.
a crass nursery rhyme Blackfire song, which again, like
that's a good one. That's a great, because it's always like,
I know I knew songs like that when I was a kid, but I can't think of one right now.
I couldn't think of one.
But you definitely knew them too, right? Like where like the first, like the last word of this line is like the first word of the next line, but you switch it to a word that
sounds
bad,
like it. I can't think of one, but
I definitely knew songs like that. So, I love how if you know the Blackfire stuff, it all makes sense. Like I'm sure a lot of it just is like random name, rhyme, for most people. But like me knowing the Blackfire stuff, it's like great because it like
it's
they're making
sad.
fun of
You
Damon
can tell
for being a blaster, and they're talking about the red grass field and stuff like that. So I really like that Blackfire song.
It's sad you can tell where I'm at in my life because the only song that can come to mind is in Frozen when Olaf, and you've never probably even seen it.
I haven't seen it.
But Olaf is a snowman singing about summer, and it's like, like at one point he goes, "I'll be so warm, I'll become a," and it's supposed to be puddle.
Yeah.
But it's like warm inside. It's like wouldn't let Olaf die into a puddle. But yeah, I couldn't think of one off the top of my head. I actually did like Aaron's. I didn't really love his helmet in the trailer when it just like looks a little bit cooler when you have like the spikes coming off the back. It still looks like too much of a man face, I think, versus a dragon.
I don't think it's supposed to look like a dragon.
I thought from the book description it was like he was basically wearing a dragon head.
In the book, he's actually wearing. There's like I think it's supposed to be like a goblet on top of his head that's like flaming.
Oh, okay.
So there's no goblet on this one, but it does to me.
It looks like flames.
It looks like flames on a head, so I do kind of like it.
Whose leg did he break?
Humphrey Harding.
And Robin Reisling. Who is that?
He was just a knight that I think we heard about in the books too. That got his eye
lanced out.
Like he was in a joust like a year before or something like that. The lance is shattered. Not lanced out. The lance is shattered, and a splinter from one of the lances went through his eye slit and like got it into his eyeball. Then he lost his eye. But then I think in this tourney, maybe I don't want to spoil it because I don't think it's happened yet. It's weird because a lot of the tourney
it didn't. I mean, we've only seen two jousts.
Well, they cut to like a random joust every now and then in this episode. Like I think they had. Because in the books, there's this big joust between Humphrey Harding and Humphrey Beesbury. And I think they did cut to it really quick and show one of their jousts because Humphrey Harding is at a broken leg now, so I don't think he's going to be doing any more jousting. So that must have been that.
So you have the joust of him losing his eye, and then you have...
I'm not going to say anything about him. I think it hasn't happened yet.
Sure. So. Okay. And then you have Dunk and Egg they're like standing on the fence, and then Aaron rolls up, and that's when he... Oh, no. That's a completely different one. They're cheering it on. They're having fun. And then they come back and it's Aaron jousting with the broken Harding who breaks his leg. Yeah. So
we'll go through the chronological and the spoiler section like normal, but
I couldn't catch it fast enough if like they were trying to show who was jousting, but like
I don't think it meant to. It's not important.
People were like getting knocked down and whatever.
Yeah. Dunk and Egg have a breakfast sandwich.
Yeah, they didn't exist back then.
Dunk and Egg invented them. Genius. It did look good too. Made me kind of hungry.
Way too much bread.
But dude, look they had some thick cut bacon.
Ratios were all off.
They had some thick cut bacon and goose eggs, not chicken eggs, goose eggs. Those are some big eggs too. So it's okay that you have big bread. You have big eggs and big bacon.
Nah. It was still even for how big the eggs were, it was too much bread. But I did think the same thing. I was like, wow, they really are eating an egg sandwich.
Yeah, it makes me want a breakfast sandwich right now. 11 o'clock at night.
What's your favorite vessel for your breakfast sandwich?
Gotta go bagel.
Nah, see, that's where you're wrong.
You're gonna hate this. Here's a
breakfast. You're just going most popular, probably, but it's not the best.
I don't even know what else I would consider besides just like normal bread, nice toast.
You could go like English muffin.
No way, that's too small. No.
The best was what we used to get in college all the time.
I don't even remember.
Nice fucking Kaiser roll.
The Kaiser roll's good. But I think bagel's good. You're gonna say this is crazy. Everything bagel, mayo.
I hate everything bagels.
Raw red onions, tomatoes.
I wouldn't touch a thing that you've just said.
Eggs, American cheese, bacon.
So you said egg. I wouldn't touch a thing that you just put on that.
So good. I know that's the weird part. The raw onions and tomatoes. I feel like not everybody would go with, but that's.
I'm not an onion fan.
You got to throw raw onions and tomatoes in your breakfast sandwich.
Maybe a tomato I could do.
Just any major points I guess before we get into it. My notes were horrible, so I'm kind of gonna have to go through most of it through the chronological.
It's just funny that that Dunk has no clue like how things actually operate. Like he's ready to joust this day, and Egg was like, "Nope, you're not ready."
Yeah, and I think I said this in the last podcast. Yeah. Maybe technically a spoiler because I was like, "This is stupid. Dunk's not going to joust to the third day with all the rest of the lowborn."
You probably said it in the spoiler section. To be fair to yourself,
I guess at one thing, let's talk about this Plumber side plot. That's not in the books. Plumber comes up and he's like, "Hey, Sir Dunk, I need to talk to you." What's the point? Why? Like, explain this to me.
My only guess was to show that how honorable Dunk actually is.
No, but if you're Plumber, what you're basically asking, hey, this guy's gonna throw.
It didn't make much sense for him to like put it as like Ashford's broke, so we need to make money.
Yeah, so the son's gonna throw. Right? I guess that's what he's saying. Like the son's on our side, he's gonna throw. You just go against him. My question is, why do you even tell Dunk about this?
Yeah.
The one answer is because you need Dunk to choose him.
You need Dunk to choose him. That's the first part.
Why? Just wait till anybody else chooses him and then bet on that person.
Yeah.
Also, the way this contest works.
Yeah, but it might be too late. Would it be too late?
You saw how Arian chose Humphrey? Look how much time you have to bet there. Arian chooses Humphrey. That's when bets start. That's when bets open.
Yeah, I guess.
Right? How do you bet
when
before
they close? They start fighting right away.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You have like a 30-second window.
The dude hopped on his horse.
The betting doesn't really make sense in this tourney. And again, I think part of what they're trying to do is set something up for maybe a future Dunk and Egg story where betting is more important, but
yeah, it's
a different tourney style here, so it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. It really does. I do see what you're saying of how they're trying to foreshadow gambling.
So in this tourney style, you really don't need to tell the person. Even if you are trying to do a fixed thing where you're going to throw, okay, the guy's going to throw. You don't need to tell the other guy. Every person is trying to win a tournament. So just like the next person that chooses Ashford's son, he throws, you bet on that person. And I go, again, maybe they're trying to go like Dunk's big, so he'll get
better odds.
Or he's bad, so he'll get.
No, you need him to be.
You want the money to be on Lord Ashford. So, like, he's the Hedge Knight and he sucks, so he's going to have bad odds. So, maybe that's why you need Dunk. But again, like, I don't know. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. It actually doesn't make sense because if they're so afraid of Dunk, that the odds wouldn't be.
No, you need Dunk to be the underdog.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But everyone to this point has been like, oh my gosh, you're fucking huge. Like, you can.
Yeah, but they're also like Baratheon's like, you have no chance. So
yeah, but they don't know that.
I mean, Baratheon does.
It's because Baratheon's a trained knight, like
the rest of everybody in this tournament.
Yeah, but the random people that are betting, right? The just commoners that are betting are saying, "Holy shit, that dude's huge! I'm betting on him."
That's true. They might not know the nice names anyway. Yeah. I just like the vibe, like the Dunk and Egg vibe. A lot of it was not right out of the book, and still gave me the good vibe. So
I want to say it was just Dunk and Egg building. It's just building this relationship. And then as they're like really building the relationship, it's like, all right, yeah, you can keep coming with me as long as I win a joust. And it's like, holy shit, like you're definitely not coming with me. You're a fucking prince. Like how it built up to that moment.
Yeah, the look on Dunk's face at the end there, towards the end, was great. I'm really excited to see what people who didn't know about that. Like people like your mom, which like she thinks about that reveal. So,
but she did because she fucking looked up the family tree.
Oh, so you can look up the family tree. If it's just names, you won't notice that he's.
But I think like she probably looked up like
I know.
Understand a Knight of Seven Kingdoms.
I gotcha.
Family tree, and then she found fucking one that went into the details of.
Yeah. So
the play was still cool. Aaron's a bitch. That play was awesome, and it was cool that Tansel was acting in it because that was something you didn't like in the first episode. She was just talking in it. Here she was, the mirrored knight.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm not sure if it's the same story or not, but if it is, then yeah, she was.
I thought it looked very similar because the dude was hiding behind the mirror, but we didn't see him kill the dragon that time. So
in the first one, right?
In the first episode, yeah.
Yeah, but that was the story she told, was that he snuck up behind it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any like big general points to say.
No.
I'm excited to see the next episode. The Raymond Fossway and Dunk scene was pretty...
halfway through.
Pretty accurate. Yeah, halfway through. It's very crass. Is that the right word?
You keep saying crass. You trying to say like unfiltered or
they
like
throw way more like the book's almost a kid book. Like you could almost give this to like
a
15-year-old, and like they're not saying like they're not dropping F-bombs, they're not talking about finger and assholes. Like they throw all that stuff in. It's way more mature.
Finger and bungholes was more crass than how angry Raymond got at
Targaryens.
The Targaryens. Like it showed emotion, and I think again they haven't to this point really told us. He said the best thing
a Targaryen can do is come on his wife's tits. Meaning, like, not make more Targaryens. He definitely does not say something like that in the books. Like, and again, I'm not.
He said he stole it from Stefan.
But I don't think we ever hear that in the book. Is my point. And again, I'm the type of person where I don't hate that humor. It's kind of funny to me. But I'm sure that's too much for a lot of people. And
it's 10 o'clock at night. There's no 7-year-old watching this.
Okay, that's fair. It's late night TV.
This is like Comedy Central after dark. They don't give a fuck what's on TV anymore.
Hey, I like it. I just think it might be a little too much for people. So
I didn't think it was too bad because again, like we get the same. This is Game of Thrones. You get the same shit there. Tyrion's banging a whore in the first scene that he's in.
It's true. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't have any other points. I liked it.
I didn't remember that conversation. So that's why he's not at the play, is because he's drinking with. I remember him drinking with Raymond. Actually, now that I think about it, but I didn't remember Raymond being angry at the Targaryen.
He's not as angry. He's pretty much just says that I think Aerion tried to kill the horse on purpose. Is pretty much what Raymond says.
So he didn't go off in full like
Nah, and then when Egg comes in and Dunk gets up to go run, he's like, Dunk, think about it. It's the prince. Like, hold your horse. Like Raymond tried to stop him for a second.
Yeah.
But then
Dunk nobody anyway. There was no stopping Dunk on this mission.
Yep.
All right.
Cool. Let's jump into the spoiler section. Spoiler alert time.
Spoiler alert. You still play that?
Yep.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Alright, so it's Egg's up and at him early, and he takes Thunder off. Kind of learns how to handle Thunder. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah. I like how Thunder is like saying yes to stuff. Horse yesing. Yeah, pretty cool.
I thought it was. I'd like the part where Dunk is training, or not Dunk. Even in my notes, I kept writing fucking Dunk. I feel like you, where Egg is training to like handle the lance and run and pass it up, and
because he was worried about that in the last episode.
Yes, I thought that was cool. I thought that part of it was cool. Him training Thunder, who is a seasoned warhorse.
Well, what he says at the beginning is, your new master is 2 times the weight as your old master. You need to learn how to ride with it. But then he's riding with nothing on him.
Yeah.
I like the premise, though. Egg doesn't know any better.
Again, I like the premise because of Egg being worried about the lance more so than worried about Thunder being able to ride with Dunk.
I do think it's weird that
it was cool.
Whatever his name is, Risling comes up. Robin Risling, I think.
Yeah.
One-eyed
Robin
guy.
Risling. Yeah.
And he's like, did you steal this horse? And he's like, it's not stealing if you mean to give it back. It's like, dude, why would you say that? Just say no, I'm a squire and it's my... like, just explain yourself a little bit. Like,
absolutely. I don't know. What does Robin Risling do?
I think in this tournament, he goes into... In his joust in this tournament, his helmet flies off, and then he just keeps jousting anyway. And, like, I think Dunk and I will talk about how... It's crazy that he lost an eye from a crazy, like, splintered lance
and he's
before.
Willing to go
and he continues
helmetless.
Even helmetless. Yeah, super brave or something like that. And some Egg might say, or stupid, or exactly. Yeah. I think they have that back and forth. I forget which one says what, but. And also, Robin Risling is one of Dunk's 7 champions, so he's one of the ones that fights for Dunk at the end too.
Also weird, he was walking barefoot. Robin Risling. I'm pretty sure
he's
he
like
just
that
had
Bills guy.
No shoes on. Matt Collins. He's a Patriot.
Well, he was a Bill, right?
Yeah, he might have been at some point.
Whatever. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, so then Dunk's passing his pants. Egg doesn't know how to do that. I kind of like that, like a little hint that Egg's highborn.
Well, it doesn't have to be, because he could just be not. I guess you're maybe lower birth, you learn how to fix your own clothes, but like
instead of just buying new ones.
I wouldn't really know how to patch a fucking hole right now. I maybe try to be able to learn, but
you ever patched a pair of jeans or something?
We literally buy jeans with holes in them these days.
Grow up. Speak for yourself.
You've never sewn a patch into your fucking jeans. 100% I have. No, you show me them.
I rip the crotches in my jeans a lot.
Show me your sew job.
I don't have a pair that I have patched right now.
Yeah, good talk. Because you fucking sucked at it and you never wore them again.
No, because the job I have now, I can't really wear patched jeans to. It's not a good look.
So that after that, he's hungry. I think this was more so the him showing that he was maybe of highborn, is that he didn't want the salt beef. He's like, I'd rather fucking eat the horse than eat your salt beef. And he's like, I'm gonna punch you in the fucking face. Yeah. And then they go get some decent breakfast, which they're just spending the coin that they don't have to get all this good stuff.
Yeah, I love the Blackfire song. I said it before, but I'm looking at
Blackfire song was good. I think that's another nod to like how many people will go around singing this song? Probably the Targaryens.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, probably maybe not many.
But it was a funny song. It was a funny song. I enjoyed the. There's got to be a type of song I don't know the name to, but it's funny.
Yeah, it's a crass song.
Dude, you and crass. Was this the word of the day, calendar?
Is that the right word? Showing a lack of intelligence or sensitivity.
I don't think it's a crass.
Lowbrow. It's like lowbrow, right? Like lowbrow humor.
I think you're thinking like. But I think that's very intelligent to be able to
not highly intellectual or cultured. It's like fart jokes and stuff. Like lowbrow humor. Right?
I would say that the song is the opposite of crass because it's very.
There's like innuendos and you need to know history. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I might not be using that word right. Whatever. They go into the town.
I feel like you're trying to say it's like vulgar. Like you're using it as like a vulgar synonym because you said it about the horse.
Super vulgar.
You said it about the horse dying. You said it about coming on the tits of the Targaryen wives. You've used crass in those syntax.
What it's like? I forget what the definition is already.
You just fucking read it. Unintelligent.
Lack of intelligence and sensitivity. Yeah, like no, not sensitive.
Okay.
Not going to offend people. This is not worried about offending people. I guess makes it crass. So, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it's the right word. I got to think of a better word. I got to find a better word.
Find a better word. One time.
All right. They have breakfast. Awesome breakfast sandwiches. Great.
We see Tansel on the way. He gets all nervous.
Awkward. She's like, I'll have your shield ready. Setting up. You got to know, like, oh, yeah.
Why did that guy not know how to speak egg language?
Yeah, I don't know.
I want 2 eggs. The guy just had no fucking clue. What?
He's got to have this problem with everybody he talks to at the tournament, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
It's awful salesman. Can't even.
Like, we're not even on a coast. Like, why is this guy, like, when we have, like, some guy from free cities?
From Tyrosh? Are you Tyroshi here?
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. Good point. Let me see if I can find this part of the tourney. See if I can see who's jousting. Yeah, I think it's Beesbury and Harding, which is like one of the biggest jousts in the book. I think they go like 10 times against each other.
I didn't like how the one dude caught him like mid reload.
Yeah, that was bad. Also, that's the I think that was the Ashford guy that is want to end up throw. I think in the books, both Ashfords, there are 2 Ashford champions at the start. I think they both lose in the first tilt, but I could be mistaken about that. But I think this is all just kind of new.
I just don't see much honor in this way of fighting. Like, it's just like everything we've ever heard about jousting. It's like, all right, like load up at your end and let's meet in the middle. And every joust we've seen is just like, let's cheat. Let's like everybody's mad that Aaron like dips out of the way, which I don't really give a fuck. Like that's I think that's gamesmanship a little bit. Like if your horse can dodge the lance. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
But like it's way better than catching the guy while he's in reload and just knocking him off his horse like at the end.
I think they do stuff like that in this, and I think they did some of that in the House of the Dragon tourney too, right? Just like I think I said this at the time. I didn't like how in House of the Dragon they had Daemon swing his lance over and like trip the horse of, I think it was one of the Hightower guys, right? I didn't like that because I knew this was going to happen in this show, and like it's kind of not the exact same thing, but it's very similar. Like you're saying, like people just keep cheating in jousts. It's, I think, I don't know. It's kind of I'm like, oh, and it's a surprising moment for the viewers. I think is why they keep doing it. But yeah, I think it's getting a little old. Yeah,
overdone. Yeah, they're loving it though. I mean, they're front and center. They always get front row seats to this fucking joust. They got great tickets. They're never not in the front row.
Yeah. They're throwing bows. That's how Dunk's big. He's getting to the front.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just a lot of Dunk and Egg chilling, like them on the hill, them talking about like, oh, I don't like ale. Plumber comes and basically says a thing about Dunk. We talked about that. Kind of dumb. Doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
We want you to throw. We want you to win. This guy's gonna throw. Like, okay, whatever. You just don't tell Dunk. But okay.
Yeah. And then make him feel like a great night. The way you would make him feel like, oh, he did win. We know he doesn't win, but if you make him, if he does win, and then you're like, hey, like we set that up for you, and then he'd be like, now what do you do, Dunk? That you know you've won a fake joust. You give all your shit back, or
Well, yeah. Again, it's like what. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they'll do something else with it. But like, what part of it? What's the point here?
Yeah, I don't know. They probably just paid the
he's not even gonna get a chance to joust. So.
They paid the Palmer actor too much money. They just needed him in another scene.
I guess.
And then he's in another one, right? He's in the breakfast scene too, I think. Or they see him later on. I think it's after whatever.
Well, he calls Dunk before they go off and talk in the woods. He like shows up at the end of the one scene.
Later on in the episode, he shows up again. He's like in the middle of town.
Gotcha.
Dunk and Egg walk by him.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Then Arion and Humphrey joust. This is pretty much straight out of the books. Kind of cool.
It was a good scene.
He like threatens Valar at first, and he's like, "Don't worry, cousin, not today. I'm not going to embarrass you today." Walks by. Dan gets to Humphrey. Horse falls, breaks his leg. This Humphrey should ride for Dunk later.
What do you mean?
This is one of his 7.
The broken leg guy is one of the 7?
Yeah, he tells Dunk, as long as I can sit a horse, I can ride. I think his leg's all bound up. Yeah.
Yeah. Shattered like a dinner glass. I forget what they said.
I'm sure it's probably from the book, but I forget what they said. Yeah. Yeah. Crowd riots. I kind of like that.
Yeah, which wasn't a thing, right?
Nope.
But I do agree that it shows you the disdain for Aaron.
Yeah. And it makes it so like when Dunk, because I think when Dunk finally does ride out for the trial, like all the people are cheering for him, and like Sealy Pate gives him the shield for free, and
you could see that Baylor didn't really care for Aaron either.
Yeah, he knew something was gonna go down, especially. And I like how Makar wasn't in his seat. There was an empty seat there, and afterwards, Egg, he's like crying. He's like, that was no accident.
How about Egg kill him? Beginning of the joust.
Yeah, I think I don't know if that's what he says exactly in the books, but he's definitely very not on someone's side. Again, it's cool because you don't know who he's talking about, but yeah.
Kill him was just aggressive. Like, kill him? Like, damn.
I think we hear in one of the future books that like Arion came into Egg's chamber and had like a knife to his wiener and was like, hey, I want another sister or something like that. Maybe I'll turn you into one.
Gosh.
So if I'm remembering correctly, Egg would probably
that guy.
Have some issues. Then we get this song about Alice, three finger Alice, and yeah, she likes the pleasure of men and Dunk and Egg. Again, I think it's pretty funny. Conversation about how, hey, she's down on the luck girl, making the best out of what she got, and she's good enough to get a song made about her. But
that's just hope. The song, Egg ends up like pulling it all back to like we all can have hope for our lives, right?
Well, it goes to like Alice probably wasn't even her real name. They just used that because it sounds good in a song. And Egg says her name was Hope. Like, like that's the whole point is she had hope. She just kept pushing on, doing the right thing, I guess.
Do you think it was that she had hope, or that this song can give us all hope that if Alice can make the best out of having 2 fingers or 3 fingers, that we can all make something of ourselves?
That's what he says. Yeah, her name was Hope, belongs to all who invoke it. Old Alice was a special lass.
Yeah. Again, I think it's weird that they're just leaning so heavy in the Sir Lionel being like a partier.
I don't think I know any of these. I think like this Blackfire song and this Alice song, I don't think are.
You think they're originals?
I don't think I know them from like I have a list.
Like
of
it's
songs
not mentioned. It's not mentioned like Alice of the 3 Fingers and Blackfire.
It's not like the Dornisman's wife or anything like that. I don't think we know any of these songs, which is I guess kind of accurate. Like we don't sing many songs from 100 years ago today. Like probably a few, but not many. So
How far away? What was out in 1926? I'll tell you.
Frank Sinatra? I don't know.
I sing Frank Sinatra all
But
the time.
I don't. I think he's more 50s or maybe 60s.
I think
he's
more
not
like
that old. Yeah.
40s, I would say.
Maybe some classical stuff. Classical's way older than that, I guess, that we probably still listen to. So there's a few.
Let me just look up the top song of 1926. See if we ever heard it. Valencia by Paul Whiteman and his orchestra.
Yeah, like we'd probably know it, right? It's probably like the theme song to Jaws or something now. I think those are originals, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's probably been used before. It was actually the top song, but I can't say it off the top of my head. All right, yeah. So then they start walking, and Dunk asks Egg if he ever knew his dad, and Egg's like, not really. Is he trying to like metaphorically say I don't really know my dad? Cause
yeah, he said something else about Makar when he was with Thunder, right? He said my dad said horses are dumber than dogs.
Don't talk to the horses. Yeah,
not making Makar out to be a good guy.
Mm-hmm. Or at least a deadbeat.
Yeah, like to me, it seems like he wants a good son. Egg's too little. Like we'll worry about him later. It's kind of the vibe I got.
Or he's just too far down the line, right? He's got.
I mean, I don't think he's training anybody to be king. He himself is like fifth or something already.
Which is what we walk into is the fortune teller, which I thought was like, I don't know, maybe a little heavy.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't like it.
This is the thing I don't like. Just because it tells non-book fans too much.
It tells the non-book fan too much. And
to be fair, Kyle was spoiled on this by the before he even started reading the Hedge Knight because it says it on the back of the book.
Yeah,
which is super stupid. Not on the back of my book, but
I think you bought the same.
Yeah, I think you have the same
copy.
Whatever version Kyle has.
Yeah, that is. It also is wild. They say Dunk's gonna be more richer than any Lannister. The Kingsguard really get rich? They get fucking rich, or do they just,
Not really.
Yeah.
I don't know what that meant.
I didn't realize that everybody hated him.
Who?
Like they celebrated Egg's death in the fire. That's what the fortune teller said. It was like everybody rejoiced at.
Yeah, I didn't know. I think that's accurate. I didn't know that to be true as well. I think for the most part, the small folk liked Egg. We don't know much about his reign because it's not in the time period of Fire and Blood. So we pretty much just have the World of Ice and Fire, the coffee table book. It has on it, which is just like probably a few paragraphs. Pretty much, he tried to make reforms for the small folk, which makes sense, right? He was hanging out with Dunk, which made the lords not like him.
Yeah.
And then he started doing fiery magic stuff, right? Trying to bring back dragons or whatever. And then Summerhall happened. So people probably just didn't like him for that alone.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I thought it was too much.
Yeah, you will be king. And it's funny how Dunk like cracks up about it because he's like, this stupid orphan boy, how would he be king? But Egg's probably like, that's not likely, but
yeah, I could be. I could be the king. Yeah. I did like Dunk's reaction to it because he was like, all right, fuck it. Like, tell me the fortune. Like, he put no sense into it. And then it gets very real for Egg because he's obviously a royal.
Yeah, did she even get any money, though? Like, what's the whole point if you're not going to ask for money?
I feel like Dunk flicked her a coin at the end.
Okay.
And then
Duncan Raymond, we kind of talked about it.
Yeah, Raymond comes up.
He's not a fan of Targaryens.
Is this saying that the Fossways were Blackfire people? Were they? Was the Reach?
It's a good question. I'm not sure.
Because that kind of will tell you that the Reach was kind of like a Blackfire people, right?
I don't think it was as united as that.
Yeah, I was just surprised that Raymond was so far against the Targaryens here, and like with anger in his voice and his delivery.
The AI answer from Google says one branch supported the Blackfires and the other one supported the Targaryens, but
they're not two branches yet. Come on.
Thank you. Come on, AI.
That's why you just can't trust AI.
Exactly. So confidently says it too. So yeah, that might be true in one of the later rebellions because there are like 4 or 5 Blackfire rebellions, but it says in the first Blackfire rebellion, which happened like 12 years ago already. So
yeah, they don't know shit. So we get to play. Again, I thought the play was dope. Tansel's actually being the mirrored knight. Egg's up front loving it. I do like that the tent kind of like quieted down as Aaron walked in.
Yeah, like no one was gonna fuck with him. Yeah, and he's definitely got a few men with him, right?
Yeah,
I just like how Dunk definitely pushes through a few of those guys to get like there's security outside.
And then they can't even like really hold him down after the fight too.
Yeah, he gets the last little kick in. Yeah, Arian is very, and I don't hate it. I like it. It's just a different take than how I always read him in the book. He's definitely more calm.
Yeah. Yeah, like he like wiped his blood off. It was like, all right.
He like gets up slowly, spits, and he's like cracks his neck almost. Like in the book, it's not like I don't know. In the books, he's more jumpy, I guess. Not like. And again, I don't know if it's just the way I read him or something. I kind of like how this guy's portrayed him. It is kind of like
more badassy.
It's very pompous and yeah.
But then he should deliver. He should do the breaking, right? Like, okay.
What do you mean?
He's just about to just sit down and like drink his wine while his guards.
They're gonna
curb stomp. I know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're going full on Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
You've never seen Sopranos.
Do they curb stomp people in Sopranos?
Tony Soprano curb stomps one person.
I don't think I've ever seen that in anything, but I think I like heard of like my friends talk about it in high school or something. Yeah, maybe it's in a song or something like that. Yeah.
I feel like it's definitely like a mobster type threat or like.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to think. I was like, it's definitely in a couple movies, and there's some like graphic ones where it's like, oh god.
I guess I knew I wasn't gonna see it, right? Because I knew Dunk was, but I was still like, oh no, like when because they had his mouth on it, like.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's some fucking bad. Let me just see if
Egg waited to the last minute to come in here and help out, but he does, and yeah, the cool moment. Just the music is kind of like wild, and it's like done. I don't know. The music and editing at the very end kind of took me out of it.
Yeah. I like that. You could see that that Dunk had some prowess to him in his fighting abilities, right? Like he comes in, he's strong as fuck, and like not afraid. So like gives you some hope when it becomes to the melee. But
yeah. Well, there's
like
no
the
melee,
only chance.
But yeah, it doesn't make him look like a bad jouster though. But yeah, it makes like he could win in a street fight.
He could win in a street fight.
But yeah, dude, the music at the end is kind of, I think it's a little over the top. It's like, oh, it's literally like an opera. It's like, oh, Lord. There's like some drums like, dun, dun, dun. And it's cutting between all the characters. I don't know. Seems a little dramatic. Just pull it up and watch like the last like 30 seconds. Like the music is kind of crazy. And the editing. Like, I don't know. I think it's a little over the top.
I do like that Egg was like, guards, shut the fuck up. Like
knows him by
name.
Yorkle,
wait.
Yeah, that's from the books. Yeah.
And then he's like, I didn't want to look like you. That was badass.
Now listen.
It's dramatic for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too dramatic though. I think it fits.
Okay. I feel like it took me out of it a little bit. Like.
I don't think it. I think I've opened up my expectations for this series to like not be. It's not Game of Thrones, right? It's not House of the Dragon. Like they're
something different, yeah.
They're taking some artistic flair with like the music, even like the beginning again, right? You got Egg kind of, and then he just like pops up, and then he's with the horse, and then the horse is like shitting, and then he's back to riding. Like they have a different flair to them, and I've accepted it, and I like it. I don't mind it. Now
I'm used to it, yeah. And I watched what I did this time was I watched episode 2. Like I started episode 2 at like 9:30. Like I timed up maybe 9:25. So I started it and I had like 3 minutes by the time after it edited to go take a leak before this one started. But so basically I watched.
You're doing too much.
An hour-long Game of Thrones episode. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I'd already watched the first episode, the first half of it.
They could have made this 2 movies if they really wanted to.
Yeah, 3 episodes. I don't know.
3 episodes.
Fans wouldn't like that, but I'd be fine with 3 episodes. I think that's how they should have done it. Or just put it out as one big movie. But yeah, whatever.
They should have just, you know what they should have done is just filmed all 3 novellas straight, one big season.
I think they're already filming the next one because
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like
age close.
They could have done a 9-episode, 3 novella season. Probably been good, but that's not enough money. They want more money.
That's true. Yeah, I think they could have done that too, though. That's true. Cool. Rating? We've been doing ratings, right? Out of 10.
8.3.
I forget what I said last time. You said 8.1. Did I say 8.7?
I did too. Yeah. Maybe it's a little bit better just because of the reveal at the end. I'll go 8.6.
I'm going to go 9.2.
In the 9s. You broke into it.
9.2.
See, you just set yourself up for failure because you were too high last time.
I like the funniness. I like the Alice thing. I like the Blackfire stuff. Maybe I'm just...
9.2. You're just like everybody else. Can you Google what IMDb said the second episode was? Because the first episode was just crazy.
IMDb so far it's 8.3 overall.
There we go. Now we're talking. People came back down to earth. That's what I'm trying to say. Everybody was.
This was at a 9.7 so far. This episode.
That's crazy. People are just stupid. People are so stupid.
Episode 1 landed at an 8.1, and episode 2 was at an 8.3.
Okay, I can live with that.
You were at what 7.1 for the first one, and I was at what 7.5 or something. Yeah,
something like yeah.
I think people are coming back down to earth.
Yeah,
9.7 for this one so far, but there's only 90 reviews. The other ones have over 10,000.
That's just people going in and spamming right away.
I don't even know how. I think you have to be like. I thought you had to be like a critic or something to rate on some of these sites, but I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I'm sure there's a rating for just anybody.
9.2 for this one. I like it. I'm fired up for the next one. What do you think is going to happen in the next one? I guess
he's going to meet with Baylor.
Yeah, that's what I think. Baylor's going to basically explain to him like, "Hey, trial by 7 is probably your best option here."
Maybe you get some Egg, Maekor, Daron scenes. Some behind the scenes Targaryen action that we don't really read about, right?
Yeah, that'd be cool. I think what'll be really cool is I bet you that very early on in the next episode, Dunk should be locked up somewhere, and Egg should come in dressed up like a Targaryen, and I think it'll just be cool to see.
Not in his sack.
In his dress. I think it'll be cool just to see Egg in his Targaryen outfit. Yeah, whatever that looks like.
Because it's probably the only time we'll ever see him in it.
Most of the rest of this,
he's fucking Egg the Squire the rest of the way.
Yeah, but the rest of this show, his uncle and dad are here. He should be.
I think once they let him go back to squiring for Dunk, like because he squires for him in the trial, right? Or
yeah,
no? He's gonna be in rough spun.
You think so? I don't know.
Yeah,
I think I could see it going either way, where he's still in Targaryen gear because like they're still there, right? Like
yeah, we'll see.
And everybody knows now, so like why? Yeah. But yeah.
Because he feels more comfortable as Egg the Squire.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, so I agree. I think the next episode will probably be him and Baylor talking, and Baylor's like, "Yo, your best bet's gonna be trial by combat."
You think episode 5 is gonna be the trial?
Yeah, then I think 5 will be the trial. Then 6 will probably start with Baylor's funeral, and then Dunk and Maekor having a conversation about, can Egg come with me? Doesn't seem like there's enough there to fill episode 6, so I don't know what else they would pad that with. But
I wouldn't be shocked if the actual trial started episode 6.
They did like a funeral and wrap up at the end.
Yeah, I don't know how much of like the funeral wrap up it's actually going to be, but
5 he has to get people on his side. Is what you're saying?
5 he has to get people on his side. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Good point. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I could see that. So, we'll find out in a week.
All right, we'll see you.
See you guys in that one. Bye-bye.